breath. You tuned in to another day, another story on the way. So much noise out there. Let's clear the haze. Yeah. Hannah J's here to bring you all the news. Every story, every voice from every point of view. Current events, real time. You in good hands tonight. This is Banner J. Let's get into it now.
ACP, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Dear world, I'm writing this letter, an attempt to make things just a little better. This is about living through life's stormy weather, because the truth is that we're not gonna live forever, and that's my point. Well, let me start with my boy that's doing 15 in a joint. Man, he could hoop, but he loved the street life. Could've went pro, instead he chose the street life. He turned rapper and wrote about the street life, but still could not make it out the street life. And one day he bought a Glock. Wait, now page number 2 will take you to another block. A man and his wife can't get along, all they do is fight. Both too stubborn to apologize, and sometimes it gets so bad they hope each other die. And one day she couldn't take it no more, so she decided to run out of the door. She jumped in the car and swerved off in a rage, and baby I'm sorry was all over his face. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now that my homie done bought himself a gun, he stuck up some liquor stores, now he's on the run. Do anything to avoid the police, now he's strung out on drugs and life is getting deep. To anyone, he would do anything, give him the chance and he'd steal anything. Next thing he did really screwed up his life, but first let's go back to the husband and wife. Now he's on the phone with his pastor, and she's on the phone with her mother. He tells his pastor the woman is driving me crazy, then swore up and down she's not the same lady. She says, Mama, the man has been treating me so bad ever since we found out that I couldn't have babies. Then Mama says to her, girl, hold on. Pastor says to him, be strong. No, we don't know what tomorrow will bring, so let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. Saying just in case. Now there's a warrant out for my boy's arrest, cause he done went and stabbed someone in the chest. Man, them drugs just got him breaking all of the rules now. His face is posted up and all over the news now. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the husband and wife are starting to break down. She says to Mama, maybe I ought to call him. And Mama said, now that's the spirit. He says to Pastor, maybe I should call and say I love her. He say, I'm sure she loves to hear it. Then she gets a call on the other line. It's the doctor saying your test results came back fine. Congrats, girl, you're pregnant. Then she cries, finally a miracle sent from heaven. Now meanwhile, the other side of town, all hell broke loose and it's going down. Cops chasing Reginald all over town. He's running every red light and driving real wild. Now meanwhile, and this ain't fiction, here is where I need y'all to pay close attention. She's so happy, she calls her husband up. He says, I'm sorry, baby, just as soon as he picks up. She says, I'm sorry too, and I got good news for you. Steve, I'm pregnant and on my way home to you. He jumps for joy, scream hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. While Reginald is still chased by police. She takes the highway, it'll get her there much faster. Reginald on the skyway, chase lasting forever. With the helicopters right over his head, with the searchlights on him, oh man. Now he starts panicking, Rachel's driving, so excited she's not realizing that just a block away, a man is on the run, while the husband's at home praying for a son. And the policeman is screaming for the call. Rachel calls her husband and says, I'm getting close. He says, honey, I'm fixing up something special in the kitchen. And at the same time, Reginald makes a stupid decision. He turns down a one-way street. Then Rachel notices this car coming and yells out, Steve, out of control, a senseless mission. Next thing you know, a head-on collision. Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
I know that there's more for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, oh my Lord. Didn't it rain? Didn't it rain, children? Rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh, my Lord. Didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. And everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called. Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
New news drop. Yeah. Everybody stops and comes running. Oh, just to see what Dana J have to say. He brings the truth. Oh, day by day. Oh, live for live. Oh, now here's what you need. Jump in the line now. See what the receivement is talking about. Dana J is on. And ready to give you flavor. Oh, baby, cause he on. Living in color, baby. Your favorite blog is locked and loaded and ready to go. Oh.
When I say dream, change. When I say love, oh, who got your back?
We do.
Who do you love?
Dana J.
When I say dream, when I say love, oh, who got your back? We do. Who do you love? Dana J. Yeah, started from faith, now we standing in power. Same was with me in the darkest hours. If the table set, everybody eats. If I win one time, then the whole team eats. This ain't hype, this blood, this true. Same love, grown folk, not internet views. So tonight we celebrate, no stress, no delay. I'm yelling names loud so they hear what I say. Shout out loud, love Nisha, crowd love Missy, love Miss Virgo, crowd love G-Jar, Tasha, Mama Mary, love M's Lady T, Chris Terry, crowd love Judah, Lexington, Prima Donna, Brooke G.A. girl, and everybody else I couldn't name. This is real love, no pretend. Same circle, same to the end. If you with me, say it loud. We with you. Dream team, hey, dream team. Oh, one heart, hey, one soul. Oh. Dana J love, don't ever fall. Dream team, this for all of y'all. Yeah. Dream team, this for all of y'all. Yeah. Dream team, this for all of y'all. Yeah. Dream team, this for all of y'all. Woo. Yeah. This ain't just music. It's family. If you dream team, you already know honor. Vin. Dream team for life for bye. Dream team for life for bye. Dream team for life for bye. Dream on. Dream on. Dream on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Turn the lights off.
Let's hit it, breathe.
Dana J.
They ain't ready.
No denial. I've been stamped in the fire. No denial. I ain't break, I ain't tired. No denial. Hear the drum, feel the wire. When the truth start knocking, they get real quiet. No denial. Every move got weight. No denial. I survived my fate. No denial. You can see it on my face. This grown man pain don't fade. I don't yell, I let the drum speak. Heart cold, mind sharp, hunger undefeated. I've been boxed in, lied on, misquoted. Now the same mouths wanna act devoted. Pressure thick like fog in the cell block. Every win costs blood, every loss taught. I don't beg God, I negotiate through discipline, sacrifice, and total faith. They soft in the comments, brittle in life. I stood on business when the odds had a knife.
What up, y'all?
I don't move fast, I move precise, one wrong step turns success to a price. Cap, no denial. I've been stamped in the fire, no denial. I ain't break, I ain't tired, no denial. Hear the drum, feel the wire. When the truth start knocking, they get real quiet. No denial, every move got weight, no denial. I survived my fate, no denial. You can see it on my face. This grown man pain. They want the glory, but dodge the mirror. Truth heavyweight. That's why they fear it. I ain't changed, I evolved under pressure. Same soul, sharper edge, better measure. I seen loyalty fall for attention. Seen lies turn viral off invention. Now they freeze when the proof start breathing. Hard drive talk when the mouth stops speaking. I don't
Yo, what up, y'all? What's going on? I just had to rock that out, that little part right there. You know, hard drive starts speaking when mouth start closing. They don't want to hear that part though. What's up, Dream Team? What's going on real quick? I ain't gonna be long tonight. I ain't gonna be long because I got another toy to set up. So I ain't gonna be long tonight. Not at all. Let me look at this, see what's going on here. So shout out to everybody that's here, man. If you want to donate to the channel, you can. That's all you got to do is hit that like, share, subscribe button. And come on out. Have some fun. You know, y'all know how we do it.
Millions of Americans like me have imperfect credit.
Like, hit that like, share, subscribe button. And come on out. And we all going to have fun. And we all going to do us. Okay? We all going to do us. So with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody that's here. You on the Dana J Show. Now, somebody told me that there's a black screen on TikTok. Let me find out. All right. So, for some reason, I was just done dirty on free stream. Said the live has ended. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. I gotta get everything set up for the right cause. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? This is weird. This is very weird. Hold on. This is very weird. For some reason, I'm getting nothing. So, okay. All right, so let's see what's going on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. Shout out to everybody that's on LinkedIn. How y'all doing? I appreciate everybody. Y'all know we doing the love on LinkedIn. We doing what we do. Shout out to all of y'all. Because LinkedIn is jumping. Hold on. All right. So look, I tell everybody, like, share, subscribe. That's the only mandatory things that's pretty much mandatory. Like, share, and subscribing. If you want to donate, you can donate. It's a little box at the bottom. It's got a little $sign in it. It's called the Super Chat. It's always welcome. If you want to hit the Cash App, you can go across the top of the screen. $official Dana J along with my Zelle and everything else. However, everybody on YouTube, what's going on? Everybody on Rumble, what's going on? Shout out to all of y'all because y'all holding it down as y'all always do. And I thank y'all because y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to rock with me. Midas Spade in the building. Willie Jones in the building. I see you, EJ. Lavero in the building. Love Unconditional. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You're not feeling well? I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I pray that it all goes well and that you will be healed. All right, look. There's some things that's going on that I don't like. And you know I'm going to talk about it. It's too early for that one. And you know I'm going to talk about it. I told you I got some things that got to unpack. Once again, shout out to the Dream Team. My very own cloud service is here. My Ugreen NAS, it holds up to 120 terabytes. I don't know nobody that need that much. But guess what? Dana J gonna push it to the limit. And I told the Dream Team that I was gonna take every penny and invest and get one, right? I know somebody's gonna say, well, you showed us that the other day. Why didn't you get it done then? Because I was waiting for these babies to come. I have my hard drives. And once again, I thank the Dream Team. These are my first hard drives, 14 terabyte apiece. I got 4 of them. So that's a lot of hard drive space. But I'm going to upgrade them. I'm going to upgrade them one by one to the 30 terabyte. Excuse me. I'm going to upgrade them to the 30 terabyte. Also, I'm going to tell everybody now, I'm going to soon be getting off of Google. I will not use Google storage. And when I mean getting off of storage, I mean not using Google storage. I will not use the iCloud storage no more. I will be using my own storage. So I'm taking classes on how to do that right now as we speak. So once I get that down packed, y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy another one. And if anybody wants to get off of their grid, and get on the Dream Team grid, the Dream Team will have their own cloud service coming soon. And I will be selling storage. $8.99 for 1 terabyte. Now just imagine, it's going to be monthly, $8.99, 1 terabyte. All of your stuff is in a cloud. All your stuff is there. You know you can get access to everything. You don't got to worry about nothing going offline. Yeah. Versus Google, that's going to charge you $19.99 for 1 terabyte. And the hard drive is somewhere in China. And you getting all your stuff from over there. So when they collapse, you going to collapse. I'm just telling you, I'm putting it out there. For the people that wanted to order their seasonings, I'm sorry if I didn't get right back with you. I've been doing a lot. I've been working on a lot. I've been handling a lot. So I will say I will be getting back to the post office tomorrow. So after my live tonight, if you want your seasons, hit me up. Let me know what you want. Before you pay, call me, because I'm switching pay firms. I'm now taking all of my stuff, all of my cookware stuff, anything that's dealing with season, oxtails, food, anything is now going straight to PayPal and Venmo. For spices, Venmo. For food, PayPal. So I do have like 30 orders I got to get out tomorrow. So some people have been hitting me and like, yo, what about this? And I've just been blowing it off because I've been having a lot to do. So sorry about that. Please forgive me. Y'all know I'm always in stuff. I'm always making a way for stuff. But the Dream Team will have their own storage, their own cloud storage coming soon. Ain't nobody else doing it like we doing it on YouTube or period, on no platform. Ain't nobody else even thinking about that. I'm always thinking about a way to bringing in different funds. So if we have our own cloud storage, you can purchase a terabyte of storage for $8.99. Now, if you want to purchase 4 terabytes of storage every month, that's $8.99 times 4. No tax. $8.99 times 4. And every month when you pay, your storage stays active. But when you decide to not pay, your storage comes with a warning. You have 15 days until your storage shuts down. You won't be able to access storage anymore. So I'm just letting you know what I'm dibbling dabbling into. I'm telling y'all don't got to support. But I know some Caucasian folks. Yeah, Dana, you're doing the right thing, buddy. And I don't care what nobody say. I stopped thinking about, I only want people that look like me to support me. No, I want the people that look like everybody. I don't care what nationality you are. If you want to support, then come on. If you need storage, and soon come on. I'm telling you now, it's going to get ugly because people are going to be hating for real. Oh my God, do you see the Dream Team over there? They doing this, they doing it. Yeah. My goal is to have the Dream Team so lucrative where everybody's doing their own thing that we only come together when we want to talk, when we jumping on each other's lives, or when we clowning people. Other than that, everybody got to be doing their thing. So shout out to Prima Donna Pastry. She doing her thing. Prima Donna News. She shutting her block down. Oh my God, them shorts are crazy. She got me looking like, got me taking notes. Alicia done, man, listen. I think Alicia done missed her calling because she have surpassed expectations. She doing her thing on her channel. You know, you got Chris Terry, who's definitely doing his thing on his channel. Got a hot single out right now. Him and LaChat. I mean, good God. Go like, share, subscribe to those folks. And you got EJ. He done opened up the vault. And he started bringing out the old stuff. That's hot. So go support EJ too. Like, share, subscribe to EJ. Definitely. We all got to have some fun. So let's get into some commentary real quick. First things first. Discrimination in sports. Now, when the guy that played in the championship game last night by the name of Beck, when he transferred from Georgia to Miami, nobody said nothing. Nobody gave a damn. And I don't mean to put it on the skin of the color because we're not going that route, but I'm talking about the context of what we live in. With that being said, we have a guy by the name of Darren Mensah. And Darren Mensah wanted to leave one of the most prominent Caucasian schools, doctor schools, on the East Coast by the name of Duke University. Duke University said, no, we won't let him go. Well, when I last recall, in the transfer portal, you can go wherever you want to go, when you want to go. He said, Prima Cookie says he as well. Oh, yeah. So Duke University has sued quarterback Darren Mensah in order to keep him with Blue Devils football program. The suit was publicly filed on Tuesday. Mensah entered the NCAA transfer portal earlier this month and also addressed his decision. He came to the Blue Devils playing for Manny Diaz for one season after transferring from Tulane. As the suit says, it is the state of North Carolina, county of Durham, Duke University versus Darian Mensah. What comes of this, as Mensah is currently in the transfer portal, remains to be seen, right? So it says state of North Carolina, county of Durham, Duke University plaintiff versus Darian Mensah, defendant, and the General Court of Justice Superior Court Division, right? Thank you so much, Lexington. I appreciate you for the 10-piece, brother. Appreciate you for the 10-piece. It says verified complaint and application and motion for temporary and preliminary injunctive relief in aid of arbitration. Now, Lexington put, thanks for the info, 100. I appreciate you so much, brother. And it says, now comes the plaintiff in the above captioned matter. Duke University, Duke or the university? Wait a minute. You can't be both. And just by the way they wrote this, I didn't know Duke was separate from the university. Because it says, now comes the plaintiff in the above captioned matter, Duke University, Duke or the university, through undersigned counsel, and files this verified complaint against Darian Mensah. I have a question. How can Duke University sue Darian Mensah? And if you're paying attention, I done told y'all many times, you see the all caps, that means this is a corporation and it's a business, which is false flagging as a plaintiff. But then they put Darian Mensah as a corporation, as a business as well. Thanks again, Lex. Then they put Darian Mensah. I appreciate you again, Lex. Then they put Darian Mensah as a corporation as well, which don't make sense because this Darian Mensah is not the same as this Darian Mensah right here. You have one that's a corporation. You have one that's a man or a woman. I'll jump back into that again. It says, introduction. This case arises out of the decision of a star quarterback in the increasingly complex world of college athletics. But at its core, this is a simple case that involves the integrity of contracts. In July 2025, Mensah signed a multi-year contract with Duke University that ends on December the 31st, 2026. Which is the end of this year, and which provides Duke a number of rights, including exclusive rights throughout the term to Mensah's name, image, and likeness, which is what? The NIL. With respect to higher education and football, Duke University has met all of its obligations under that contract. As recently as December 2025, Mensah affirmed his commitment to Duke University. Then a few hours before the National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, deadline for student athletics and football to initiate notification of transfer, collectively entering the transfer portal, Mensah reversed. So pretty much Duke is saying that Mensah reversed his stance. He wanted to leave. Mensah's decision was a change of course after, on December the 19th, he announced he'd be returning to Duke next season in his lone campaign with the Blue Devils. The signal caller completed 66.8% of his pass attempts for 3,973 total yards and 34 touchdowns, compared to 6 interceptions. Additionally, he recorded 1 rushing score. I'm forever grateful for Duke and the coaching staff. Thank you, Duke family, for everything, Mensah wrote on X. This wasn't an easy decision, but after talking with my family, I believe it's in my best interest to enter the transfer portal. For his efforts, he was named an All-ACC second-team selection. His individual statistics translated to win column as well. Duke posted a 9-4 overall record and won the ACC title for the first time since 1989. Mensah was in the second year of his contract with Duke and earning $4 million annually, which means a year. Dellinger previously reported that Duke's deal prohibits another university from using Mensah's NIL, name, image, and likeness. He must resolve this issue if he hopes to earn NIL money from another school. Dellinger believes Miami is the most likely transfer destination for Mensah. Miami starting quarterback Carson Beck has no eligibility remaining after the season. So when Carson Beck transferred from Georgia to Miami, nobody said nothing. Nobody tripped about it. It was all cool. But when Mensah do it, now Duke want to sue. Duke want to sue Mensah. That's not cool. And this is going to start another firestorm in which people is going to have to pick a side. All right, moving right along. We got some news in the gospel world. Auntie Donnie. Please forgive me, y'all. But Auntie Donnie McClurkin said he's innocent. He said he's innocent. Auntie Donnie said he's innocent. And he breaks his silence on the lawsuit. And what he say is, this is a lie and a money grab. Let's listen.
Like everyone in Hollywood has been getting hit with lawsuits left and right. But I'm going to tell you this, Donnie McClurkin definitely was not on my bingo card to be next. Out of all of the gospel artists out there, he's one that I could always listen to. But at the same time, the truth matters, and loving someone's music doesn't mean we ignore real allegations when they come forward. So this story forces us to confront something uncomfortable, like how do you separate the artist from the man? Now, we all know that Donnie has been very open about his struggles with homosexuality. He's talked about it in his interviews, in his sermons, and even his books.
I know this is not talk you hear from the pulpit, but the young people need to know I walked and I tried to find myself through other men in the church.
Whoa. Whoa.
You have no idea how many times I gave myself away trying to find myself. Just trying to feel loved because my daddy didn't cover me.
Whoa.
Just trying to feel loved because I didn't have a man to show me what love was. And the only man that loved me lusted me. Wait a minute. I wasn't ready for that. Oh, boy. It's about to get hot and heavy in here, y'all. I don't mean to trigger nobody, but this is a trigger warning. So I must stop and say that. Lord, have mercy. Let's go. When I was 8, and that's all I knew to look for.
And he's built a ministry around the whole idea of being delivered. And for a lot of people, that honesty made them trust him even more. But that's also what makes this lawsuit so complicated, because the allegations aren't about private feelings. They're about power, control, and consent. Now, according to this lawsuit, the plaintiff says he came to Donnie as a young man who was confused about his sexuality and deeply rooted in his faith. He says he was looking for a spiritual guidance, not intimacy, and he claims that Donnie used spiritual authority to cross boundaries that should never have been crossed. Donnie got on Facebook Live yesterday, and he says that everything is a flat-out lie. Me personally wanted him to say,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Well, he can't really say woman, but you get the gist. If this man came to the church seeking help and y'all ended up in a relationship, did you really help him? But him just saying that it's a lie could mean I touched him, but he wanted me to. I don't know. We're going to break down this lawsuit, and then we'll also get into Donnie's response. But
shout out to Chronicle Speaks. She broke this thing down. Girl, go ahead and do your thing. Chronicle Speaks, that is.
Before we do, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. Now, the plaintiff was 21 years old when he said he met Donnie McClurkin in 2003 after reading McClurkin's book about being delivered from homosexuality. Now, during that time, he says McClurkin became his spiritual mentor. Then he hired him as his personal assistant. Then he used religion and deliverance sessions to essay him. Now, with the lawsuits that we've broken down on this channel, you know, a few of them use the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, and this lawsuit is no different. What that means is the plaintiff isn't just saying something bad happened. They're saying that the defendant used power, control, and sexualized behavior against them because of their gender. The law treats that kind of abuse the same way the law treats hate crimes. It turns into a civil rights violation, not just a personal dispute. So instead of this being about he said, she said, or workplace drama, it becomes about whether the defendant used sexual power, intimidation, or exploitation to dominate or harm someone. And that's a much bigger deal because if a jury believes it, the damages don't have a cap. We're talking millions, punitive damages, and permanent reputational damage. So let's get into this lawsuit. Facts common to all causes of action.
Oh boy.
That on or about August 3rd, 2003, when plaintiff Corletto was 21 years old, he first met defendant McClurkin at defendant's church in Long Island, New York, after reading defendant's book entitled Eternal Victim, Eternal Victor, which centered on being delivered from homosexuality. Now, at that time, defendant's church, Perfecting Faith Church, was holding outdoor services referred to as Church Without Walls, where individuals would share testimonies regarding their own deliverance from homosexuality, prostitution, drugs, and other circumstances. Because plaintiff was struggling with the acceptance of his sexuality in light of his religious belief, he sought out defendant McClurkin for guidance. That after the service on or about August 3rd, 2003, plaintiff was brought to meet defendant McClurkin, who prayed with him and assured him that defendant would help deliver him from homosexuality. Shortly thereafter, one of defendant's ministers, who confessed to plaintiff that he too was struggling with his homosexuality, began persistently contacting plaintiff, showing up to plaintiff's home unannounced, and even making sexual advances towards plaintiff. So let's just stop for a second. If that part of the lawsuit is true, it still raises an important question. How does someone serve in a ministry focused on helping others with a struggle they're still also dealing with themselves? That's not automatically wrong, but it does create a sensitive power dynamic. When someone is both a spiritual leader and a fellow struggler, boundaries become extremely important because people coming for help are vulnerable, and any blurred lines can quickly turn into manipulation or exploitation. And that's what Corletto is saying happened. Now, continuing with the lawsuit, due to this harassment, plaintiff, who had only attended defendant's church for about 3 weeks at this point, began missing church services and considered leaving altogether. Now, shortly thereafter, plaintiff received a call directly from defendant McClurkin, where defendant reassured that this harassing minister was being dealt with, and that was a test from God in which plaintiff passed. Plaintiff and defendant McClurkin then developed a mentor-mentee relationship. Eventually, defendant offered plaintiff the position of executive personal assistant, which plaintiff accepted. During plaintiff's time as defendant McClurkin's personal assistant, they engaged in Pray the Gay Away spiritual sessions, during which defendant McClurkin groped plaintiff Johnson, all without his consent. Plaintiff struggled to process these incidents as essay, as defendant was both his mentor and...
Wait a minute. Pray the what away? Pray the gay away? What the heck? Donnie! Auntie Donnie!
employer, making it difficult for him to speak out about the abuse he had suffered. During this time, defendant McClurkin would set up scenarios with plaintiff and other men, much like with the aforementioned minister, framing them as tests from God to see how plaintiff would react. One such test came when plaintiff and defendant were staying at the Atlantis Resort in Nassau, Bahamas, where defendant invited a male model to plaintiff's hotel room in an attempt to coerce plaintiff into sexual activity. When plaintiff reported to defendant that he was able to resist the male model's sexual advances, defendant praised him, laid his hands on plaintiff, and told him that he passed another test. In 2007, plaintiff traveled with defendant McClurkin and his family to California for a business trip. Defendant also brought his, at the time, girlfriend. Therein, in defendant McClurkin's hotel room, defendant instructed plaintiff to remove defendant's shoes. Defendant McClurkin then removed his pants, exposed himself to plaintiff, grabbed him, pulled him onto the bed, and forcefully kissed and groped plaintiff's body. Plaintiff cried and pled for defendant McClurkin to stop, but defendant McClurkin continued touching him in an attempt to excite his Johnson. Defendant McClurkin then forcefully grabbed plaintiff's Johnson and performed services of the mouth on him, all without plaintiff's consent. Plaintiff begged defendant McClurkin to stop while crying, but defendant continued to essay him. Defendant McClurkin then forcefully grabbed plaintiff Johnson and inserted it in his touch me not, thereby forcing plaintiff to engage in touch me not with defendant until defendant released. Now, when plaintiff confronted defendant McClurkin afterwards, defendant pretended to have no recollection of the essay and blamed his behavior on side effects of his medication. Defendant McClurkin further manipulated plaintiff, blaming him for the incident and convincing him that he was the sole culpable party. As a result, plaintiff experienced intense shame and confusion. Defendant McClurkin exploited the tactic repeatedly, coercing plaintiff into further unwanted SA over the next 6 years.
But today's a brand new morning. Hallelujah. Begin to praise God for the morning. Begin to praise Him for the new morning. Begin to praise Him. Begin to praise Him that you are here, that you have another chance to tell somebody about Jesus, about the love of Jesus.
Defendant McClurkin also engaged in numerous other incidents of groping and forcible touching while plaintiff was working for him at his church. Defendant would secretly grope plaintiff before going to preach, inducing plaintiff to cry and then using plaintiff's tears to encourage other congregants to openly express emotion. During this period, in about 2007, defendant McClurkin took plaintiff on another business trip to Atlantic City, New Jersey for a speaking engagement. Thereat, defendant claimed the hotel had mistakenly booked only one room and eventually persuaded plaintiff to stay in the same room as him. Therein, while plaintiff slept on the couch, he awoke to defendant McClurkin performing services of the mouth on him, all without plaintiff's consent. On another occasion, in or about 2007, defendant McClurkin forced himself on plaintiff in a hotel room located in Long Island, New York, under circumstances similar to those in the previous California incident. On another occasion, in or about 2008, defendant McClurkin forced himself on plaintiff at defendant's home in Rockville Center, New York, and excited himself in front of plaintiff and forced plaintiff to watch.
Oh, what the hell?
On another occasion, in or about 2008, defendant McClurkin drove plaintiff to a park in Rockville Center, New York, under the pretense of going grocery shopping. Therein, defendant then forced plaintiff to perform services of the mouth on him until he finished.
We fall down, but we get up.
On another occasion, in or about 2008, at a hotel in the Upper East Side of Manhattan, New York, defendant McClurkin forced himself onto plaintiff, forcefully kissing plaintiff and groping his Johnson. Plaintiff tried to leave, but the door was locked. Therein, defendant McClurkin performed services of the mouth on plaintiff and then forced plaintiff's Johnson into his Sun Don't Shine while pinning plaintiff against the wall. During this period, plaintiff attempted to quit on multiple occasions. Defendant, however, denied plaintiff's request, further coercing him to stay by telling plaintiff that his deliverance and purpose were tied to defendant. Defendant McClurkin compared plaintiff to the biblical figures of Elijah and Elisha to further manipulate him and convince him that he needed defendant. And if you don't know, Elijah was a powerful prophet and God chose Elisha to be his successor. Now, Elijah symbolically passed his authority to Elisha by throwing his mantle over him, and Elijah followed him as a student and servant for years. When Elijah was taken up to heaven in a chariot of fire, Elisha witnessed it and received a double portion of his spirit. Now, I would have personally told Donnie, I don't need any more portions of your spirit. I've received enough. Thou shalt not portion me any further. Portion me not. Consider me unportionable. Now, going further with the lawsuit, plaintiff also confided in church staff members about defendant McClurkin's misconduct and abuse, including Renee Minter-Carr, Shavetta Green, and Terrell Middleton regarding defendant's misconduct, but no action was taken. In 2008, plaintiff ultimately secured.
Terrell, you know about this? And ain't tell no. Hey, Terrell, I need you to call my phone, bro. Terrell, I need you to call my phone. You know about this and ain't let your guy know? Oh my God, bro. Whoo!
Employment with the Christian Broadcasting Network in New York and successfully resigned from his position with defendant McClurkin. However, because defendant McClurkin was a gospel artist, plaintiff continued to encounter him through his new employment. In April 2012, plaintiff began working for an airline. During training in Orlando, Florida, defendant discovered plaintiff's hotel location through one of plaintiff's friends and appeared uninvited at plaintiff's hotel room. Thereat, defendant McClurkin begged plaintiff to allow him, stating that they needed to talk. Plaintiff, not wanting to make a scene, given defendant celebrity status and public recognition, reluctantly agreed to let defendant inside his room. Therein, defendant McClurkin begged plaintiff to have intimacy with him one last time, but plaintiff refused. Later, while plaintiff slept, he awoke to defendant McClurkin, exciting himself also while touching and groping plaintiff's body. Therein, plaintiff resisted defendant McClurkin's advances, but defendant McClurkin forced himself on top of plaintiff and began performing services of the mouth on him, ignoring plaintiff's repeated verbal refusals. Therein, plaintiff cried as defendant McClurkin proceeded to SA him. In the following months, defendant McClurkin persistently pressured plaintiff to live with him in California. After this, around Thanksgiving or Christmas of 2013, while plaintiff was living in Boston, Massachusetts, defendant McClurkin showed up outside the gate at the airport with two of plaintiff's friends and refused to leave until plaintiff agreed to go out with them. Thereafter, plaintiff hesitantly accepted and...
Hold on, wait a minute. Ain't this stalking? At this point, this is stalking. This is a lot.
Was ultimately coerced by defendant McClurkin into staying with him in a hotel room afterwards. Defendant again forcefully touched and groped plaintiff's Johnson, all without his consent. In or about June of 2013, defendant McClurkin persuaded plaintiff to rejoin his church in New York. On June 26, 2013, defendant McClurkin then convinced plaintiff to accompany him on a trip to Niagara Falls, New York, where defendant forced himself on plaintiff and essayed him in defendant's hotel room, ignoring plaintiff's pleas for him to stop. This time, plaintiff was able to push defendant off, having grown more confident in his sexual identity and no longer subscribing to defendant's doctrine of deliverance. After this incident in Niagara Falls, New York, on June 28, 2013, defendant McClurkin sent plaintiff an email apologizing for SAing him that evening. In the email, he said, "My apology. The first thing I want to do is apologize again to you. I know I apologize for my wrong attitude from Wednesday, but I want to apologize for all my behavior that has been wrong and put you in a wrong place. I am the actual epitome of a desperate, dirty old man, pining and groping a young man who is just looking for a friendship and close platonic relationship with someone he once looked to for help, guidance, and spirituality. I was trying to go to a realm of sexuality that wasn't right and wasn't right for you, or me for that matter. I feel so foul, so stupid. I'm old enough to be your father and want to be someone else to you. You don't have that desire for me, and I shouldn't have it for you. I forced myself on you, groping on you, and when I think about it, you never really touched me like that at all, and just wanted to sleep together and hug occasionally. I'm really embarrassed at how I am and how I acted. You're far too important to be treated like that for me or anyone. I'm not helping you in any way by doing this, and I'm only making a fool out of myself being so desperate. I have no one.
I'm gonna probably be alone for the rest of my life as far as our mate is concerned.
And I feel it more than ever, but I was horribly wrong trying to force you into something that you were constantly saying no to. I'm too old to be like this. I won't be that to you again. You didn't come back for this. My loneliness is mine to deal with. My desire for you is not right in the way that I'm feeling and handling it. I will be a friend to you and pastor if you'll allow me, but I won't be this broken old man so desperate for you that I violate my purpose in your life and become this. I love you and want you to be who you're supposed to be. I will work on me. I hate being lonely and alone, but I have to go through it. And not like this. Let's move on from this here. See you later. This or next week. Pastor. Now, in November 2015, while plaintiff was experiencing mental health struggles, he returned to defendant McClurkin's church seeking guidance. Therein, defendant McClurkin engaged in further essay against plaintiff, taking advantage of plaintiff's vulnerability and currently fragile mental state. Now, if this case does go to trial, a jury will decide whether the alleged conduct qualifies as gender-motivated violence, SA, and S battery under New York law. Now, if the jury believes the plaintiff, the defendant could face substantial financial damages, punitive damages, and long-term reputational consequences, even though this is a civil case and not a criminal case.
No. No. He did that to that man. He violated that man. Why he can't get... No. R. Kelly got 30 years for what? Allegations. This Negro is only going to get financially harmed? No. Not going. What up, Darius? Not going. Donnie McClurkin only going to get financially harmed, but R. Kelly got 30 years for allegations in New York. I wait. Yeah, the message is real. Cause I knew some people was gonna say, you know, certain things ain't right, but let me go to Layla Lynn Media. She said the court said something. Let's see what the court show.
With another video, and this is crazy. If this is the first video of mine you're watching in the new year, welcome to the new year. It's a new year, but the same old stuff. If you haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, Donnie McClurkin is being accused of SA and a lot of other things by a man by the name of Giuseppe Corletto, who used to work with him. He worked with Donnie McClurkin for several years, and the entirety of this relationship actually was roughly 12 years. 12 years starting in 2003. And you can see here we have a copy of the complaint, and the nature of the action, when you get into the details, it's bad. It's bad. I can't even read this thing out loud, like not all of it, because it's too descriptive, it's too graphic. And if things like this type of discussion, triggers you, I would advise you not to even get into this, because some of the things you're going to see on the screen are just a lot.
Uh-oh. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like cooking.
Spare me, Layla. Oh my God. Oh Lord. I don't think I'm ready.
In 2003, on or about August 3rd, Corletto was 21, and he first met Donnie McClurkin at Donnie's church in Long Island, New York, after reading Donnie's book entitled Eternal Victim, Eternal Victor, which centered on being delivered, not like it means no more. And Donnie McClurkin at this time was going on this press tour, released his book. I believe there was an album too. And it all centered around him being delivered from being LGBT. And so that's why this young man came to him. So it says at the time, Donnie McClurkin's church, Perfecting Faith Church, was holding outdoor services referred to as Church Without Walls, where individuals would share testimonies regarding their own deliverance from different things. And because the plaintiff, Mr. Corletto, was struggling with the acceptance of his sexual preference in light of his religious beliefs, he sought out Donnie McClurkin for guidance. And so personally, I can see a 21-year-old who's really into church. I could see them seeking out someone for guidance, not knowing the trouble that they're walking into. If they're quote unquote struggling with something, and then they're going to someone else who says they're delivered, but really they're quote unquote struggling with the same thing. At 21, I could see where the person wouldn't see that they're walking into the lion's den. They wouldn't see that because they're too young to see that. They say shortly after, one of Donnie McClurkin's ministers, who confessed to the plaintiff that he too was struggling with his sexuality, began persistently contacting the plaintiff, showing up to his home unannounced, and even making advances toward the plaintiff. And because of this harassment, the plaintiff, who had at this point only attended Donnie McClurkin's church for about 3 weeks, started missing church services and thought about leaving the church altogether. And that probably would have been the best thing for him to do, because I feel like this is when he started seeing like behind the curtain. The reason I tell y'all don't put people who are in positions of power on a pedestal, when you see behind the curtain, it's a mess. When this started happening, the plaintiff received a call directly from Donnie McClurkin, where Donnie McClurkin reassured him that the harassing minister was being dealt with and that this was a test from God and that the plaintiff had passed the test. So you see the mental manipulation starting right there. It started very early, but with this person, this young man being so young, he couldn't see it.
Wow.
And so they developed a mentor-mentee relationship, and eventually Donnie McClurkin offered Giuseppe Corletto the position of executive personal assistant, and the plaintiff accepted. And so now he is fully in a position of power. Donnie McClurkin is fully in a position of power because not only is he his mentor, now he has become his employer. Normally in these lawsuits, when I say the plaintiff and then the defendant will normally be the individual and the companies they own, like whatever company he was officially employed by. Normally it would be listed there. So I found it interesting that it was not listed there. If any one of you watching is an attorney, can you tell me the legal strategy? Why are his companies not listed when all of this has to do with working for Donnie McClurkin? In any case, he says during his time as Donnie McClurkin's personal assistant, they engaged in Pray the Gale Way spiritual sessions, during which Donnie McClurkin, and y'all can read the rest. Let me make it nice and big because some of this y'all just going to have to read for yourself. They say plaintiff struggled to process these incidents of SA, as defendant was both his mentor and employer, making it difficult for him to speak out about the harm that he suffered. They go on to say that during this time, McClurkin would set up scenarios with the plaintiff and other men, just like with the aforementioned minister, framing them as tests from God to see how the plaintiff would react. Sending other men to see what he would do with other men. I don't know if it was a test to see if maybe he just wasn't attracted to Donnie McClurkin or something else. But in any case, Donnie McClurkin does admit that he is aware that the defendant is not attracted to him. He sends an email, and I can't believe some of the stuff he says in writing, but he later admits that he knows this young man is not attracted to him and that he feels like a dirty old man, and he graphically admits to what he allegedly did to this young man if the email is authentic. They go on to say one such test came when plaintiff and defendant were staying at the Atlantis Resort in Nassau, Bahamas, where defendant invited a male model to the plaintiff's hotel room in an attempt to coerce the plaintiff into doing intimate type activity. Now, the rest of this lawsuit, I want to be clear, like I said, it goes on for about 12 years where the relationship continues. He continues in his employment. So I want to address that. I feel like a lot of times socially, we feel like if someone continues contact with someone, basically that's consent. Like if you don't want this person harassing you, why do you keep coming around them?
Right.
And so a lot of people assume that's consent. But legally, that's not consent. Continued contact is not consent. And one way to look at it, for me, it's easier to understand if you look at the continued contact as a strategy. Like this person is his employer. He's a gatekeeper to his social circle. And so there is a big power dynamic here. And someone might stay in constant contact with someone that has harmed them as a survival strategy. Like they need money, they need a social circle, or they may feel they need a social circle. But in any case, it's a survival strategy. And y'all can take a look. Like I said, this does get really graphic and just go into detail. But I want you guys to read number 30.
Well, here's what I say, man. That right there is enough for me If Donnie is guilty of that, Donnie need to pay for what going on. If that dude is lying, then he need to go to jail for lying on Donnie. Man. Whew, that's a lot to unpack. Oh my God. Ooh, that's a lot to unpack. But look, moving forward, I got to talk about it, y'all. The new Black Panthers. The new Black Panthers. I got a problem with them. And people be like, Dana, you shouldn't have a problem with the new Black Panthers. Why not? I'm going to ask, why not? Why shouldn't I have a problem with the new Lion Panthers? Why? So let's play some clips. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
I could cry.
ICE agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't going to act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles.
The title of your organization is Black Panther. Not everybody Panther. You're going to get in the way of ICE agents from removing illegal aliens that are not supposed to be here, who are also taking your welfare, your benefits, your everything out of this country and taking it somewhere else. You got to be stupider than a bucket of shrimp. And you want to run around here talking about you are the Black Panthers. Saving everybody is not part of the doctrine of the Black Panthers. But no, you the new and improved Black Panthers. And we're going to stand here with our rifles and this and the other. Let me tell you something, Black people. If you don't wake up and smell the coffee, because it's brewing, baby. These people ain't nothing but a bunch of paid opposition. They're paid opposition. They are so anti-USA that they will just run around and gather any and everybody to say shit straight out their ass. So now Black people can't depend on the Panther Party. You can't even depend on the Black Panthers now, because the Black Panthers are the Somalian Panthers. And the Somalian Panthers, whatever the hell they call, and the Venezuelan Panthers, and the Iranian Panthers, and everybody, the freak else Panthers. Why don't you just call yourself the Democratic Panthers, and then we can just be done with the whole goddamn thing? How about that? How about you just tell the truth, let the devil be shamed? Why don't you do that? Because you damn sure are not standing up for the melanated Americans, and you damn sure are not standing up for this country. I don't know who's having sex with you, but they should stop.
She said, give them no more coochie. That's an order. Shout out to her. But she's right. They're called the Black Panthers. They're not called the illegal immigrant Panthers. When the hell did they start caring about everyone else except for Black people? The Black Panthers were created as a countermeasure to the Ku Klux Klan, which were created by the Democratic Party.
Stop.
So when the hell did they start caring about all these other? I'll tell you when Democrats told them to. That's because these aren't the Black Panthers. Black people don't fall for this. Stay out the way. Stay out the streets. Let ICE do their job. This ain't none of our damn business.
With that being said, right? Y'all know me. I have to do my due just diligence. So I just so happen to know somebody that knows somebody that know the chairman. And then I just happen to know somebody that knows the chairman. So when I know somebody that knows the chairman, I have to bring the truth to the light. Because that's the way the chairman will want it. So this is what the chairman say. The chairman said, the chairman, which is Fred Hampton Jr., the son of co-founder of the original Black Panther Party, the BPP, does not support the recent actions of the new BPP. Black Panther Party in Philadelphia should not be standing up against ICE with guns in the community. I'm going to say it again. Fred Hampton Jr., the son of co-founder of the original Black Panther Party, does not support the recent actions of the new BPP. The Black Panther Party in Philadelphia should not be standing up against ICE with guns in the community. Hold on. The chairman said, everybody else is saying, I stand in solidarity with Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. There is no way in the world that members of the Black Panther Party in Philadelphia should be standing up against ICE with all of the gun violence in the black community. What's really going on makes no sense to me. Once we as black people get rid of the vices in our own community, then we can stand up and support other causes. We as black leaders should never send out mixed messages. What the brothers in Philly are doing could send the wrong message out on a higher level. Remember, COINTELPRO. I try to tell people about it. COINTELPRO. First, let's unify to get rid of the drugs, homelessness, poverty, and violence in Black America. Our lack of unity is our biggest problem. Stay strong, my people. Ooh. So if that wasn't enough, right? Because I don't feel like going back into the teaching mode and about what black mean and all that. I don't feel like going all that. I don't feel like doing all that. But if that wasn't enough, right? I'm going to go to Mr. Newton's daughter. Now, if the chairman wasn't enough, Mr. Newton, I'm quite sure his daughter was definitely enough. Check this out.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. I got birth certificate, paperwork, and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to listen. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Shout out the angry man for that, but I'm just saying, people are fed up with the false flags. And heard old boy got ran out of Cali trying to infiltrate a gang. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, like, this is crazy. So when you see stuff like that, I just look and laugh. And you know, the so-called black people, the first ones to jump on something like that. Why? Why? Anywho, I pray for the people who's lost because they jump on anything to try to run after just because they don't like the Trumpster. And I get it. But moving right along, there's a situation going on. And it have the infamous Charleston White involved. And it's wild. Because now Charleston White is back beefing with Lord Woody. And Lord Woody said that he don't have no beef with Charleston White. But let's see what Charleston White do. Put it in the chat, y'all. If Charleston White went too far, just put went too far. If he ain't go far enough, just put, nah, he good. Let's listen.
Yeah, Woody got 100,000 cash, but ain't got no house. And his daughter got a wooden leg with a kickstand on it. If I had $100,000, I'd get my baby some braces. At least she can run like Forrest when she get older. Right now, she can't run like Forrest. She got one leg longer than her. Woody ain't got no house though. Yeah, Woody got 100,000 cash, but ain't got no house. And his daughter got a wooden leg with a kickstand on it. If I had $100,000, I'd get my baby some braces. At least she can run like Forrest when she get older. Right now, she can't run like Forrest. She got one leg longer than her. Woody ain't got
who you were about the baby.
You talking about that dead
To
baby?
be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So I didn't say nothing about the baby. That baby is with the Lord. I said something about the corpse that's in the box. Once you're gone and you go in the casket, that ain't you no more. That's just a shell of who you were. And it was, I just, men, some people make healthy babies, some people don't.
You talking about that dead
To
baby?
be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord.
What?
So I didn't say nothing about
Finesse on sorry. Charleston White on sorry. Gomez on sorry. Fuck White. I ain't apologize to that bitch ass nigga. I ain't apologize to Charles White either. Man, fuck all them niggas. I ain't sorry, y'all. Fuck all them niggas. I'm listening to Finesse on sorry. Charles White on sorry. Gomez on sorry. Fuck White. I ain't apologize to that bitch ass nigga. I ain't apologize to Charles White either. Man, fuck all them niggas. I ain't sorry, y'all. Fuck all them niggas. I'm listening to Finesse.
Well, I'm gonna make your bitch ass crash out, nigga. I'm finna talk about that dead baby. Now, didn't you just put a baby in a little box, look like a little shoe box? Well, I'm gonna make your bitch ass crash out, nigga.
Wow.
I'm finna talk about that dead baby. Now, didn't you just put a baby in a little box, look like a little shoe box? Nigga, you must forgot you got a dead baby in the ground. Woody must forgot he got a dead baby in the ground trying to talk noise. Nigga, the maggots ain't even ate the baby up yet. The baby still got skin on his ass, Woody. And you want to go with me with a dead baby? Woody, you want to go with me? I'm gonna make you crash out. You know what? I'm gonna make your bitch ass crash out, nigga. I'm finna talk about that dead baby. Now, didn't you just put a baby in a little box, look like a little shoe box? Oh, no. Woody, didn't you just bury your baby in a Nike shoebox, nigga? You better leave me alone.
Wow.
Say, didn't you just put little William in a shoebox, nigga, and put some sand on top of him? You better leave me alone, boy. Before I have your whole family crying again. Nigga, you must forgot you got a dead baby in the ground.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Woody better than me because I would have crashed out. I'm sorry. I would have crashed out. He went way too far. What's going on? Monique? He went way too far. You don't do that. You don't talk about nobody loved one who ain't here no more. More than likely they're a child. Jesus Christ. This is wild. But last but not least, before I get up off here, man, I think this is my shortest live of the year so far. An hour and 21 minutes. Last but not least, Kim Burrell has been being talked about. They talked about Auntie Kim. That's what us musicians in the church world call her. Because they dragged Auntie Kim. And I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people in the church world don't like when Auntie Kim get dragged. Because she gets mad and she spazzes out. But then some of us like when she get dragged because then she go in the studio and she make good music. But this is what they were saying about Auntie Kim. Check it out.
Well, hello.
My name is Miss Kim Burrell.
Okay, so someone has asked, is Kim Burrell actually in the room? Because they said they can't find her. Kim Burrell posted a video the other day and she was singing happy birthday to Bishop T. Delbert Robinson. He had just turned 50 years old. And as I said, people on the internet were confused. And heck, I was confused myself. But let's get into this video that she posted and then let's talk about some of the comments that were posted under this pastor's page.
Oh, hello. My name is Miss Kim Burrell. It is my privilege as well as my honor to be sharing this day with you. Yes, you, Bishop. So I came to say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bishop T. Delbert Robinson. Oh, happy birthday to you. And I wish you so many more. Yeah. Happy birthday, Bishop, from my heart to yours.
Now, everyone has said that, yes, she has lost a lot of weight, but she has not lost her voice. But there was a consensus that this wig, that someone says she just threw the wig in the air and just ran right under it, because that's exactly what it's giving. And I hate to say it, but this wig looks crazy. Someone said, I thought this was someone pretending to be her until she started singing. People were talking about her glasses. They said the glasses are bigger than her head. And another person said, the helmet of salvation is sending me. I'm just still trying to figure out what made her put this wig on. But somebody commented, I've watched this an unhealthy amount of times, just trying to figure it out. They said, huh? They said, I give up. And then someone said she got a whole Yorkie on her head. And another person said, y'all roasting her on a pastor's account is crazy work. Now, this next person posted exactly what I was thinking. And they said, why hasn't this pastor turned off the comments yet? And I think there was over 400, maybe over 460 comments. But I do know the pastor was very grateful that she made this post for him. He said it when he posted the video. But not only were there comments, people actually made videos about this. So if you know comedian, I think his name is I'm Not Carlton Banks. He did his own version of Kim Burrell's video, and let's take a look.
Oh, hello. My name is Miss Kim Burrell. It is my privilege as well as my honor to be sharing this day with you. Yes, you, Bishop. So I came to say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bishop T. Delbert Robinson. Oh, happy birthday to you. And I wish you so many more. Yeah. Happy birthday, Bishop, from my heart to yours.
And it didn't stop there. TJ Lovelady made his own version of her video also.
Hello. My name is Miss Kim Burrell. It is my privilege as well as my honor to be sharing this day with you. Yes, you, Bishop. So I came to say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so I'm not going to play that all the way out, but you get the drift that people are making videos about this. But meanwhile, Kim Burrell is just minding her business and still singing down. But one thing about Kim Burrell, she might have lost the weight, but she will never lose a run. That voice is still there. But drop down in the comments, you guys. Let me know what you think about these glasses and this wig. I mean, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, yes, she's lost a lot of weight, but I think what's throwing everything off is the way this wig is sitting on her head and these glasses that are 4 times too big for her face. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. As always, I love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the
Now, y'all know when Kim Burrell saw this, y'all pissed Auntie Kim off, right? Y'all know y'all pissed Auntie Kim off. So she went Super Saiyan mode and tapped into R. Kelly world.
Never thought I'd tell a story, but I feel like if I don't, God can't get no glory after all that I've been through. Know that it wasn't just for me, but it was for you too. Traveled around the world since I was a little girl, singing for my Jesus. Oh, while people pleasing, try me again. Holy Ghost, everlasting life. Woke up to find out that my name was in the news. Words that I had spoken were taken as abuse. Knowing all the time that I would never cause no harm, saying things for the right, but they come out wrong. Acting like I come to you more than I give, even after I've already given 40 years. I just want to tell my story, want to give him glory, and my story is I love you. I love you. I really love you. I really do. I mean it from my heart. I do. Love you. I really do. Yes, I do. I could never hate you because I love you. Love you. I don't care what you heard, I don't care what it looks like, I don't care what they told you. I really love you. Hear my heart, feel my love.
Wait a minute.
Never thought I'd tell a story, but I feel like if I don't, God can't get no glory after all that I've been through. Know that it wasn't just for me, but it was for you too. Traveled around the world since I was a little girl, singing for my Jesus. Oh, while people pleasing, try me again. Holy Ghost, everlasting life. Woke up to find out that my name was in the news. Words that I had spoken were taken as abuse. Knowing all the time that I would never cause no harm, saying things for the right, but they come out wrong. Acting like I come to you more than I give, even after I've already given 40 years. I just want to tell my story, want to give him glory, and my story is I love you. I love you. I really love you. I really do. I mean it from my heart. I do. Love you. I really do. Yes, I do. I could never hate you because I love you. Love you. I don't care what you heard, I don't care what it looks like, I don't care what they told you. I really love you. Hear my heart, feel my love.
God. Yeah, man, I can't even hit a run like that. Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You know what? Let me do it one more time. Hold on. I'm gonna do it one more time. I mean, cause hold on one more time.
Never thought I'd tell a story, but I feel like.
And then she got Travis Malloy MDing. Man, there's so much star power in this joint. Let's listen.
If I don't, God can't get no glory after all that I've been through. Know that it wasn't just for me, but it was for you too. Traveled around the world since I was a little girl, singing for my Jesus. Oh, while people pleasing, try me again, Holy Ghost. Everlasting life. Woke up to find out that my name was in the news. Words that I had spoken were taken as abuse. Knowing all the time that I would never cause no harm. Saying things for the right, but they come out wrong. Acting like I come to you more than I give, even after I've already given 40 years. I just want to tell my story, want to give him glory, and my story is I love you, I love you, I really love you, I really do, I mean it from my heart, I do, love you, I really do, yes I do. I could never hate you because I love you. Love you. I don't care what you heard. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what they told you. I really love you. Hear my heart. Feel my love.
Yes, sir. Woo! Yes, sir. That Kim Burrell, man, that thing is in a class by herself. That Kim Burrell, oh my God. I just. Woo! That Kim Burrell make you dance a little bit. Good God Almighty. I mean, then you got Travis that's just sitting there laughing. And Travis think it's funny. Like, oh. Travis Malloy, I'm going to call your phone when I get off live. We got to talk. You and Kim Burrell together are sick. I mean, who can come up with Travis? Who can...
Never thought I'd tell a story, but I feel like if I don't, God can't get no glory after all that I've been through. Know that it wasn't just for me, but it was for you too. Traveled around the world since I was a little girl, singing for my Jesus. Oh, while people pleasing, try me again, Holy Ghost. Everlasting life. Woke up to find out that my name was in the news. Words that I had spoken were taken as abuse. Knowing all the time that I would never cause no harm. Saying things for the right, but they come out wrong. Acting like I come to you more than I give, even after I've already.
Did you hear what she said? She said, now you got me feeling like my bro. After carrying you for over 30 years, what did I do wrong? Y'all listening to the headlines, the tabloids, and all the people who did me wrong. Man, you better keep R. Kelly name surfacing out there. But look, just as quick as Kim Burrell comes out to give Rob props, you better be careful who you have around you. And there's some things that I want to say that I can't say. But I'm going to say it on this joint. I'm going to say some things on this joint because I have a problem with Darrell. I have a problem with Darrell. Y'all know him as Tank. But now it's about to get a little personal because I'm going to read what he said. And this is just nothing but to put a fire out on what Kim Burrell is trying to do, which is not cool. This is nothing but what he's trying to do to put a fire out on Robert, and it's not cool. So Tank said, Tank's R. Kelly stance reignites a cultural firestorm. Then it says, R&B singer Tank recently shared his honest and deeply personal perspective on the ongoing debate surrounding R. Kelly's music and legacy. And his comments have sparked meaningful conversation across social media. Tank acknowledged that from a purely musical stance. Hold on. Where's that? Hold on. I'm looking for something real quick. Okay. All right. So what he said was, Tank acknowledged that from a purely musical standpoint, R. Kelly's talent and influence on R&B are undeniable. He described Kelly as a musical genius whose work shaped an era and influenced countless artists. However, Tank made it clear that recognizing musical ability does not mean ignoring the harm associated with artists' actions. For Tank, the issue becomes deeply personal because he is the father of 3 black daughters. Mistake number 1. He explained that because of that responsibility, he cannot mentally or emotionally separate the music from the individual behind it. In his view, enjoy the songs without acknowledging the pain connected to their creator feels impossible. Rather than using harsh language, Tank emphasized that the actions and consequences tied to the artist outweigh the enjoyment he once found in the music. He shared that becoming a parent fundamentally change how he views accountability. What once may have felt like an abstract moral debate now feels real and urgent. Tank expressed that listening to the music today forces him to think about the victims, the damage caused, and the larger message society sends when harmful behavior is overlooked in favor of talent. Tank's comments have resonated with many people who feel the same conflict. Supporters of his stance argue that art does not exist in a vacuum and that continuing to celebrate music without acknowledging harm can feel dismissive to those who were hurt. For them, accountability means making difficult choices, even if it means letting go of songs that once held meaning. At the time, others see the situation differently. Some listeners believe music should be judged on its own merit, separate from the individual who created it. They argue that songs can take on lives of their own, becoming tied to memories, moments, and emotions that belong to the audience rather than the artist. For these individuals, erasing the music feels like erasing parts of their own personal history. This divide highlights a much larger cultural conversation about responsibility, forgiveness, and consumption. Should society stop engaging with art once its creator is exposed for serious wrongdoing? Or is it possible to acknowledge harm while still appreciating creative contributions? There is no single answer, and Tank did not claim that his perspective should apply to everyone. What Tank did emphasize is choice. He made it clear that his decision is rooted in his values, his role as a father, and his desire to stand firmly on the side of protecting children and holding people accountable. He did not shame those who feel differently, but explained why, for him, the separation does not work. Ultimately, Tank's comments invite reflection rather than judgment. They challenge listeners to examine their own values and boundaries. Everyone must decide for themselves how to reconcile art, accountability, and personal ethics in a world where talent and harm sometimes exists in the same space. So the question remains open. Can the music still be enjoyed with full awareness of the truth? Or does true accountability require stepping away entirely? Each listener must answer that for themselves, guided by conscience, empathy, and responsibility. I got to call that cap. Because just at Tank's 50th birthday, it was 2 people there, 3 people there that had allegations on them. 1, Omarion. 2, Chris Brown. 3, Jamie Foxx. And he was loving the hell out of all of them. I remember, if that's your stance, Tank, if that's your stance, Darrell, then when we all was in the studio listening to Family and Friends, and you was the main one back there, yo, we got to do something, yo. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I get it. Hey, Darlene, I get it. You want to make sure your career stays relevant. And you have to go with the establishment because y'all don't believe that Robert is going to ever see the light of day again. So it's easy to talk down on somebody that you don't think you will ever see again. But a person like me will definitely remind you of a song called I Don't Care Remix. And it go like this.
Drink, and then I look through my so I walk through the club, acting like I don't see ya. You know, keeping it cool and shit. When I'm feeling warm, it's such a for her mess. To break, 'cause 2 steps away, and it's all I need for me to make my move. First, I never felt somebody who ain't that you, Burrell? It's automatic when it comes to right. Don't need direction, you know what to do. So we're together in another life. It's like the perfect fit. Me and my body's gift. This is what I make I've ever done around it. Yeah, there's never a second third. Just when I thought it couldn't get better. God, man. Girl, like, it's they just stop saying my number, call, whatever, I don't care. Thought that I would ever reach the moon or get the chance to even touch the sky. But it don't seem fun all because of you. Oh boy, you take me there every time. It's like the perfect time. And my body's there. This is what I make I've ever done around it. Yeah, there's never a second third. Just when I thought it couldn't get better. So I know you got a man. Girl, like, they just stop saying my number, call, whatever, I don't care. Now here he comes, on his way back from the bathroom. We gotta keep this between me and you. No walk away, 'cause you ain't kind of fast.
That part right there.
Oh, babe, and I'm a friend from your past.
So I have a question, Darrell, because a lot of people that don't know, don't know. But us that do know, do know. You was not just a backup singer for Aaliyah. Smoking Black, what's up? The original members of Player that's still living. Then rest in peace to the leader of her Player, Static Major. But I was about to get up, but now I got to get a little serious. You was the choreographer and a nutritionist for Aaliyah for a long time. See, and this is the stuff that gets me because people talk, but they don't remember where they came from. So no matter how Tank or Darrell try to mask it, he has an art against R. Kelly because R. Kelly left Barry Hankinson after Barry Hankinson stole Blackground. So when you hear Tank give Robert kudos, that's how he really feel. This other stuff that you seeing, that's what he's made to feel. And I don't think it's fair that Robert have to endure this type of pain when he's down. Now, if Robert was to come home tomorrow, Tank would be the first one there. It's a damn shame how people live the way they live and do people the way they do people. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And it's not right. At all. With that being said, I'm about to get up out of here. You don't have to be great to get started. But you have to be started to be great. But you have to be started. But you have to get started to be great. I'm sorry. Crazy. Don't forget, Crunk Ain't Dead. The video. Crunk Tonight coming out. With your boy Dana J in it. Directed by Kevin Townley, another Baltimore talent. A bunch of ATL talent. But I want y'all to see what it looked like. Check it out.
Yeah, your boy Big Sam, Mr. Quack, swag it in, bitch. With Mr. Quack, quack, quack. Man, y'all got amnesia.
Oh, your boy right there. Myself, Earthquake in the middle, and the boy Bone Collector right there. Check it out.
Some sauce on it. I just don't give a fool. Standing on the table with the weed bottle. I just don't give a fool. Standing on the table with the weed bottle.
That joint crazy.
Your boy Big Sam, Mr. Quack, swag it in, bitch. With Mr. Quack, quack, quack. Man, y'all got amnesia. Put some sauce on it. I just don't give a fool. Standing on the table with the weed bottle. I just don't give a fool. Standing on the table with the weed bottle.
I'm telling you, I can't wait for that to drop. That's going to take over the world, bro. Crunk is back. Crunk ain't dead. Crunk is back. So look, if you want that Dana J season, hit me up.
Dana J hood season, man. I'm talking about that white dirt for all your vegetables and potatoes and anything from the garden, salads and everything. They got that Cajun. Oh my goodness, they got that ooh child. Don't forget that seafood. And last but not least, he got this thing called tropical. Go to Dana J Spices at yahoo.com.
And don't forget, y'all. Don't forget, go hit up, like, share, subscribe, Prima Donna News, Prima Donna Pastries, Alicia Real TV Podcast. EJ got a channel. Chris Terry 2010. Man, listen, definitely go hit up Chris Terry joint. He got that hot joint with a chat. I'm jealous. I ain't gonna lie to you, and that's my brother. I'm jealous because that joint's a banger, and I wish I was on it. But hey, Chris Terry doing this thing, loving every moment of it. Every moment is just so sweet. Don't forget Dre from Public Announcement. They call Unk and them. They got some stuff jumping off. Dana J definitely got something jumping off. Anybody I forgot, let me know. Don't forget Prima Donna Pastries, man. Listen, it should be illegal for her to sell pastries the way she do. And I ain't saying it to toot my horn because I'm close to her, but she's selling legal crack, y'all. I'm telling y'all now. And the minute you taste any of her pastries, you're going to be hooked. She is selling legal crack. I'm telling you what it is. She is selling legal crack. I mean, listen, just don't order the Cookie Monster cake and don't order the Cookie Monster cookies. They are reserved for me. But she got some strawberry, what is it, strawberry lemon cookies? Man. Listen, I don't know if she's still in the chat, but I'm going to tell you this. Next time y'all see Prima in the chat or going live, ask her about boudin balls. Let her know you want to, let her know you want a pan of boudin balls. Let her know you want a pan of boudin balls. Man, it's crazy. But look, I'm up out of here, man. Y'all be blessed. Remember, God sees all, and people gonna do what they do. But sometimes you gotta let them niggas know you stomping with the big dogs. I'm out.
Yeah.
Dana J, y'all.
Dana J. Stomping with them big dogs. Heavy in the room. Every step I take make the concrete boom. Came up from the bottom, not a view panoramic. If I say it, I meant it. Everything on game with them big dogs. Pressure on my back, still I stand tall. Never fold, never crack. I don't chase lights, I let my truth talk. Now I'm stomping with them big dogs. I earned my stripes in the dark, no witness. Have faith when hope felt broke and distant. They play checkers, I study position. I ain't study my moves like a supervision. I don't brag, I confirm by results. Every loss turned fuel, every win my fault. I've been combed through storms they couldn't insult. Cause my foundation strong, I ain't built on salt. New level, new code, new circle. Same heart, just sharper, more purposeful. I don't bark loud, I let the steps talk. When I walk in, yeah, the whole floor shake off with them big dogs. Heavy in the room, every step I take make the concrete boom. Came up from the bottom, not a view panoramic. If I say it, I meant yeah. Everything okay with them big dogs. Pressure on my back, still I stand tall. Never fold, never crack. I don't chase lights, I let my strong talk. Now I'm stomping with them big dogs. I seen fake kings crumble under real weight. I stay patient while they rush fate. Now my silence loud, my presence dominate. I don't argue lies, I let time demonstrate. Big dogs move slow, eyes wide. We don't show teeth unless it's justified. I'm seasoned, not lucky, disciplined, not hype. Still hungry, even when the plate look right. I've been tested, vetted, pressure approved. Every scar is stamped saying, built to move. I don't chase respect, I walk with it. That's why doors open when I talk in it. Yeah, I survive what broke 'em. Still here when they fold it. If the road get heavy, I don't pause. I'm built for this moment, stomping with them big dogs. Heavy in the room, every step I take, naked concrete boom. Came up from the bottom, not a view panoramic. If I say it, I meant it. Everything on stomping with them big dogs. Pressure on my back, still I stand tall. Never fold, never crack. I don't chase lights, I let my truth talk. Now I'm stomping with them big dogs. Yeah.
Shout out to the Knot. Shout out to everybody that rock with me. Shout out Dream Team. Stomping with the big dog. That song was influenced because of something that happened up in New York. But look, good night, y'all. I gotta go set up my personal cloud, get it running, and we're gonna have some fun. Good night. Peace. And I thank everybody that donated, everybody that wanted to donate, everybody that couldn't donate. I thank everybody that did donate. I thank everybody that just watched. Without y'all, there wouldn't be no me. I appreciate you. Peace.
Sometimes a misty rain that gently touches my soul. Feels just like fire shut up in me. Yeah, simply lose control. Oh, rain down, follow me. Let your love just fall like raindrops.
Clifton, Eastern High School. Also down at the Harbor Place, working at the fudgery. I was always singing at the Jeter shows. That time was so special to me. There's so much more to Dana J than what the eye can see. I want you to know I love you. I want you to know I need you. Where would I be without you? Nowhere, 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 nowhere. Feel it in my music, along with the stories I bring. I'm never gonna lose it in no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Feel it in my music, along with the stories I bring you. I'm never gonna lose it. No way, no way, no way, no way. Another Dana J classic.